See the comparison that many people say between Ben Simmons and Magic Johnson?
I see one piece of it. He reminds me of Magic that he can get a rebound, his head's up immediately. He can either whip the ball 60 feet down to somebody who's open, or he can just go down and run the fast break, but nobody else has to touch the ball. And I think the list of guys who can get a rebound in traffic, go 90 feet, make the right decision, and get the ball to the right person, it's not a long list. You're talking like less than 10 guys ever. And I think that's what, when they say Ben Simmons and Magic Johnson, that's what really reminds them of Magic Johnson. I'm just here to remind people that Magic Johnson was one of the 5 best players of all time, and it's kind of dumb to really compare anyone to Magic Johnson. We're never going to see that again. But I think Ben has little pieces of him.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Cantor in at the center position. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then there's Richardson. And it's Thibault in at the shooting guard. Now here's Richardson following the miss by Kemba Walker. And Simmons kicks to Richardson. And Hayward with the block.
A rare block shot by Gordon Hayward. He has the instincts to do more of this, but neither the suddenness nor the strength.
It's good.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Yeah, I'm curious to see which team is able to dictate the pace tonight as well as the style of play.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Stolen by Walker. One-on-one fast break. And Hayward gets it to go on the assist from Enes Kanter.
All that work Hayward's done in the weight room has paid off. He can make those tough finishes through contact now.
Harris outside. And slam dunk by Harris.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Walker the pass to Kanter. Knocked away. And stolen by Simmons. Harris finds Simmons. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
The physicality of Simmons on display. Showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
Pass to Hayward. Brown outside. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
The pass to Thibault. Shoots over Walker, and the 76ers tack on 2 more. You'll name a couple past superstars that didn't always get enough credit for being as dominant as they were.
Moses Malone would be my #1 pick. Probably the best player in the league for 5 years. Dominant in '83, they won the title in Philly. Really gave Kareem a lot of problems and was just awesome and has now just been swept under the rug. Nobody even really remembers. So I would go with him first.
Ever.
Never. Well, it was part of the problem. They were tape delaying games back then, and we didn't have league pass. We didn't have a lot of that stuff. I think he was really underrated, and you kind of never know who's going to endure and who's not going to endure. It's only yourself in the book.
And they're able to recover. 4 on the shot clock. On its way from Hayward for 2. They can't stop the run with that one. The 76ers leading by 4. Here's Thibault. It's blocked.
The long arm of the law. Tatum prohibiting that shot from ever having a chance.
Floats one up, and Walker with the layup.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
The 76ers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Here's Thibault. The 76ers need to get off a shot. A 3 from Simmons. Bangs home the trifecta. Simmons got 5 points so far.
You got to live with that on defense. Simmons needs to keep proving he can make these contested shots.
Walker dishes to Brown. Here's Hayward. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Embiid. Boston shooting their first free throws of the evening. That one is off. Bill, if you were just hired as a GM, which franchise would you model your approach after?
I really like what the Clippers did the last couple years when they realized they didn't have quite enough to win the title. And instead of just being beholden to being darn close but not quite, they actually blew it up and tried to figure out how to create cap space, find some young players.
And still stay competitive.
Build
so they kept the momentum of their franchise.
Yeah, they stumbled into a situation where they had a lot of flexibility no matter what. I think the Celtics before them did the same thing in the mid-2000s. They're just trying to find assets and figure it out on the fly. That's the approach I would use. I would never fully commit one way or the other to anything. The goal is to try to accumulate assets and figure out what you have. And I think the smartest teams do that.
Here's Tatum after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Tatum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the footwork, the positioning. Tatum's a difficult cover inside.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And the first one drops. Al Horford's checked in for Philadelphia. And so Tatum nails them both.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Walker against Simmons. Pass to Thibault. And it's denied, but he gets it back. Horford the pass to Thibault. Harris trying to get free, and that one's good. Thibault's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Hayward outside, launches a 3, hits the 3-point bomb. Hayward's got 8 points.
I like that Hayward knows exactly what to do with the ball. I mean, he gets in good position and lets it fly.
Bill, you look at the awards given out by the league. Most have been around for a while. But is there any award that you'd like to add? Something that's not being touched on in terms of high performance and success?
I think that there should be a playoff MVP. I made this case in my book.
That's a great idea.
There's always a best guy in every postseason, and I would like to see who that would be. And it's pretty easy to go backwards and figure out who it was. I did that. Just go backwards and have all the backstory of who it should have been, but then going forward, now here are the ones we're adding. I would like to see that. I would also like to see a best bench celebration award, because certain teams just have these guys. They're good at pointing. They're good at fist pumping. First guy during the timeout running over.
Chest bumps.
They have handshakes.
All of it, yeah.
They're waiting at the scorer's table before the game to do the special handshake with each guy. I feel like that guy deserves some shine. Last year, DeAndre Jordan, I think, was one of the first guys I remember who was just great at this before he started playing. Late 2000s Clips. I was like, man, this guy's really, he's not playing, but he's really figuring out how to affect the game.
Good. I like that. Celtics trail by 8. Walker surveying the floor. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Looking at some numbers for Simmons.
Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged about 17 points a game last year, 7 assists and 9 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
And that one falls for Tatum.
And, of course, the Celtics traded back from #1 to #3 to draft Tatum in terms of readiness and absolute steal.
Mike Scott's checked in for Philadelphia. And so Tatum nails them both. And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. 6-point game. Bill was in Boston where you received your master's degree in journalism. What attracted you to this profession? Why journalism?
I couldn't do anything else, and I didn't like manual labor.
No, really.
No, that really was it. I was good at
Like
writing.
anybody in your family or anybody you
No,
want?
I was always a good writer, and I liked writing and sports. So
Yeah.
just kind of like, I'll do those two things
Did it in
together.
high school, I'm assuming?
Yeah, started in high school. I had the big thing for me was in college. I had a column for the school newspaper, really from freshman year on, and around sophomore year, I felt like it started to get momentum, and that was the first time I thought, I wonder if I could get paid for this.
Right.
Which, as it turned out, no, until I was about 29. Yeah.
Shemi Ojeley's checked in for Boston. Langford comes in for Walker. The 76ers leading by 7. Here's Harris. Doesn't go for him. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Ojeley and the powerful one-handed slam.
You know, some scouts thought Tatum had tunnel vision looking only for his own shot, but he's more about team.
Burke dishes to Harris. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Harris has got 6.
Off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Pass to Williams. Smart on the wing. Passes to Tatum. With the fadeaway. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 7 points for Jason Tatum.
With the height, the footwork. No wonder Tatum's knocked down mid-range from there.
The pass to Scott. 76ers moving the ball around. And O'Quinn kicks to Harris. And the foul on Mike Scott. That's his first foul.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Celtics trail by 7. Smart passes to Tatum. Williams scanning the floor. Pass to Smart. Lets it go with a 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Bill, if you were building a franchise from scratch, which one current player would you begin with or build around?
Probably Giannis, because he's
Still
turning
young enough
25 this
to-
year. I still feel like the ceiling of what he's going to do is go up as he becomes more of a shot maker. He's really durable, which I think is underrated. Like, he's just built to play basketball. There's certain guys like that. I think Kevin Garnett was like that. Tim Duncan was like that. Just guys who you just know are going to be around for 17, 18 years. The way I like to watch the running styles, and the game just comes so easy to him. He's so athletic and really cares and is really competitive and just wants to do this and win at basketball. That's how I think.
2 on the clock. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Showing his range. Smart spacing the floor.
The 76ers leading by 3. Burke kicks to Scott. Back to Burke. That one, no good. And it's Boston the other way.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Out to the right wing. Outside, Smart. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Harris.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without fouling.
Boston making a switch here. Williams is checked in. They get a hand on it, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Smart. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
And here are the 76ers now. 3-point lead. Pass to Burke. 5 on the clock. And the layup is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Celtics have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Now, here's Langford. Burke covering. Outside Williams. Puts up a 3. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. The 76ers leading by 5. Simmons on the wing. Guarded by Smart. Simmons dishes to Harris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, man, and defenders have to be more cautious when guarding Harris. He is constantly looking to draw contact on his shots.
For Philadelphia, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
And Harris drops them both.
I mean, you look at the all-around game of Harris, he's even been good from the free throw line.
Langford, the pass to Ojale. Passes it to Langford. And there's the pass to Williams. Yep, that one goes.
Oh, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy.
Simmons against Smart. Simmons, the bounce pass. Here's Harris. Misses the fallback jam.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. 76ers lead by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic.
Coming from the place where, base was what's driven.
Wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, it's part of their strategy coming in, no doubt. And there may not be that much their opponent can do about it.
On the court for the Celtics, we've got Daniel Tice. Langford out there with Smart. Then it's Williams. And it's Ojale in at the 3 spot. Jonah Bolden's checked in for Scott. So he gets them both.
One of those guards who just oozes with potential. Langford has the size and skill set that every team is looking for.
Now here's Burke. From 20 feet out. It's rebounded by Tice.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
Simmons against Smart. Stolen by Smart. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Boston, no good that time either. The 76ers leading by 3. Bill, when you project Embiid, a healthy Embiid, how good can he be?
Talent-wise, the best center of this decade. You know, I think every decade has one or two centers. The 90s had a bunch, but Shaq was the guy for a long time. He kind of abdicated. Dwight Howard had a really nice run there for a while. Then he kind of faded away. And then there really hasn't been that total package center. I think Embiid's the closest. He had stretches in the playoffs last year where he was terrifying. You know, he takes over games for 6-minute stretches like any prime center you want to name. The problem is, can he sustain it? Can he play a full schedule? Can he not rely on the three-pointer as much?
And can the focus stay there, perhaps, too? The mental side.
The mental side, and this is something with Simmons, too. These guys have not been on winning teams during the course of their career. They haven't won a lot. Magic Johnson came into the league. He won in high school. He goes to college. He wins the title in college. He goes to the Lakers. They win in his first year. He has all these reps of winning. Simmons and Embiid haven't won anything yet. And learning how to win is its own kind of skill.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Shemi Ojeleye. And Walker subbed in for Langford. Brown kicks to Walker. Just 5 to shoot. And it's off from three-point range. The 76ers leading by 5. Richardson attacking. Count that one. Richardson's got 5.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Smart passes to Williams. Here's Tice. Brown finds Tice. The Celtics working the ball around now. Great open look there. And that's now 9 points for Marcus Smart.
He keeps working on the three-point line. I mean, that's his 3rd triple of the game. First in the quarter.
Bolden passes to Burke. Happy to see that one go in for a second make in 5 attempts.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Now here's Walker. And Embiid with the block.
A stalwart on the defensive end. Embiid is superb at making his presence felt with blocks like that.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Here's Burke. Kemba Walker making his last shot. And the wing jumper offline. Bill, it's no secret that your heart lies in Boston. Just what was it like growing up in and around that area?
Well, it's definitely the reason I like sports as much as I do, because it's so sports obsessed. A lot of it is cold weather stuff, I feel like, where there's 5 months a year that just stink, and then there's 3 other months that, you know, it's just smoking hot and humid. So the sports makes everybody kind of crazy because you're crazy anyway, but there's nothing like being in Boston when something good's happening. Like Celtics making an NBA playoff run, or the Bruins making a cup run, the Red Sox in September when the Yankees are coming to town, or the Saturday before a Patriots game. You can kind of feel it as the community of it. That's the difference between here and a place like LA.
It's formed you as a professional, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah. That free throw, no good. And Philadelphia making a change here. Horford's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Hayward's checked in. He doesn't get the second one.
That's not like him at all. I I mean, he's been so steady up until those.
And stolen by Burke. Here's the floater. Here's Embiid up and in on the layup. Embiid's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Burke with it, working on Walker. Burke, the pass to Thibault. Horford with it, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 5. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Embiid.
Stellar work on the offensive end. Indeed, I mean, his reach helps him track down many second chance opportunities.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. And some changes here for the Celtics. Cantor comes in for Daniel Tice. And it's Jason Tatum in for Williams. And here's Walker. 7 points in the game. Now Brown. And it's blocked. Richardson left side. Embiid wide open. A new 14 for the 76ers. Shoots a 3. Thibault can't get it to go. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for Boston. Trailing by 5.
Well, that's the thing. Tatum's sneaky. He understands how to put the defender at a disadvantage.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
And he has been really good here at the free throw line in the first half. They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
The 76ers leading by 3. Now here's Burke. Here's Thibault. Some solid defense from Brown.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Hayward against Richardson. Here's Embiid. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Now, proving how legitimate of a threat he is inside. I mean, once Embiid gets it this close, I mean, it's all but over.
Now, here's Cantor. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Trains the three-pointer.
And they're shooting really well from long range this quarter. They should keep looking to the three-point shot for some extra offense.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. Here, matched up against Boston. It's how they'll tip off the new season.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for the 76ers. Scott comes in for Trey Burke. And stolen by Hayward. Shoots over Scott. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Pass to Thibault. Kicks it to O'Quinn. Here's Thibault. Defended by Hayward. And that one's good. Thibault. Thibault's got 8.
You know, a good job by the defender of not getting fooled by the step back, but he still got the shot to fall.
Hayward goes in. Count the basket.
A terrific move by Hayward. I mean, putting the ball on the floor, under control, making a play.
The 76ers lead it. Pass to Horford. Here's Thibault. Guarded by Tatum. Here's Thibault. 8 points for him. O'Quinn trying to free himself up. Horford, no luck.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Now, here's Richardson. 5 points in the game. Six on the shot clock. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
And let's briefly take a look at the stats for Kemba Walker. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged 25 points per, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's oozing with confidence. I mean, and it shows. Every time he steps on the floor, he expects to dominate.
Now here's Tatum, following the miss by Kemba Walker. Brown outside. Off target from outside. The 76ers leading by 4. Here's Richardson. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense from Brown. And even 3-on-3 break. And here's Walker outside. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
For a player who won a national championship in college and has been outstanding since coming into the NBA, Walker may still rate as one of the game's more underappreciated players.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Tobias Harris is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And Simmons subbed in for Josh Richardson. Then for the Celtics, Robert Williams comes in for Enes Kanter. And Langford subbed in for Jaylen Brown. And he nails the third.
Well, finally, he's getting himself to the line. He's gotten much more aggressive as the game is going on.
Philadelphia shooting at just about an even 40% from the field for the second quarter. Horford the pass to Thibault. Williams with the block.
The amazing thing about Williams, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
Now here's Tatum. 9 points in the game so far over Scott. No good off the back of the rim. And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Ojale is checked in for Gordon Hayward. We've got 1:55 left now here in the second. Simmons passes to Thibault. Back to Simmons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Passes it to Harris. No good from outside. Boston's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Langford kicks to Walker. On the pass to Ojale. Back to Walker. From deep. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got 5 rebounds tonight. Well, Bill, I know you've got to run. Marvelous to have you on the program. Wish we could do it more often.
Let's do it right now. I don't have to run. Can I stay?
Yes, you can
All
always
right.
stay.
I don't want to leave.
You have a free ticket here anytime you want.
I want to stay, please.
The microphone's always open.
Thank you.
You know, Greg, Bill Simmons has worn so many hats as a writer, a podcaster, a broadcaster. Now, it's nice to let him wear one more on our broadcast.
He's been successful for a reason, Kevin. There's a fearlessness, but also great humor in his perspective.
Now Scott, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Simmons left side, and Simmons slams it in.
That's just the sheer strength of Simmons. When you try to tie him down, he's going to fight hard for every bucket.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Jonah Bolden's checked in for Scott. Smart's checked in for Boston. Celtics trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Now, here's Langford. Defense right on him, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Nice work to get good position inside. You just can't quite get as good a look as he wants.
A 3 from Simmons, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach after.